Yo, welcome to the channel. Today we'll be having a look at a Japanese tabletop game featuring the new water type Garchomp EX, and it'll be going up against the also relatively new dark type Charizard EX. So I'll just be giving some simple commentary and translation of the newer Japanese cards, and if the players say anything important, I'll chuck that in as well. So let's jump into it. This game is brought to us by Pokemon Card Stars. And today, normally there are two different guys, but we have the same guy, Heil, and Heil, his name is. The other guy's sick with COVID, apparently. So this is the Garchomp EX list. Got the Garchomp line, then he's got a Pidgeot EX in there with a new fighting type Gordon. Pretty standard list. So he's got a Cheryl in there, which they can use very easily with this new Garchomp. Heal off all the damage. Yeah, and we'll jump into the Charizard list. Here's the Charizard list, just running with Arceus and the Delphox V. So here he goes. Yeah, he's just saying that the other guy is sick with COVID, so it's just one guy playing against himself. So here we go. Game's gonna start. The Garchomp player goes first, starting with the Gordon. Benches, plays Pokestop, benches the Pidgey, plays Pokestop, uses Pokestop, getting a Nest Ball, playing the Nest Ball, search for a basic Pokemon, gets his Radiant Greninja, which he then uses to draw two cards, gets an Ultra Ball, plays the Ultra Ball, gets the Gabite, I think his name is. Over to the Charizard player, gets a Battle VIP pass, getting two Pokemon onto the bench. He goes for the Charmander and Arceus V, also gets a Bidoof, then straight into a Colress Experiment. He uses that first attack there, which discards the Stadium. Garchomp player now draws a turn and plays Iono. Both players shuffle their hands, put them on the bottom of the deck, and draw 6. Uses Radiant Greninja, Pokestop. It's very fast gameplay. Very fast. He loses one Garchomp, but then he rare candies into the other. Escape Rope. And goes for the attack there, which is, I'll just go back a little bit. Sorry, I missed it. Uses his attack there. So this is called Hydro Runda. I'm not sure what that would be in English, but so for one fighting energy deals 160 damage and then attaches 3 basic fighting energy from his discard pile. Yeah, from his discard pile to his bench Pokemon in any way that he likes. Pretty strong attack. Puts 1 on the Gabite and 2 on the Gordon. Charizard player draws, goes rare candy straight into Charizard EX, allowing him to get 3 energy from his deck and attach to his Pokemon any way he likes. Colress's Experiment. Benches Charmander. Goes into the Arceus V-Star, uses his V-Star power, allowing him to get 2 cards out of his deck. Grabbing the Manaphy and the Barrel. Going to use the Barrel. Drawing up to 5 cards in his hand, plays Path to the Peak, bouncing the Pokestop, and then uses his Burning Dark, as it is in Japanese. Alright. Plays the Irida to get a rare candy, and the Garchomp retreats into the Garchomp. The other Garchomp with the free retreat, very nice. and again uses the 160, accelerating 3 energy from his discard pile. He just puts 1 energy onto the Gordon. Lost City coming down from the Charizard player, bumping the path to the peak. It's going to Iona. Charging up the Arceus. There he goes, got the rare candy into another Charizard EX, accelerating just the 2 fire energy, and then hitting for 210. Uses Garchomp play, uses Radiant Greninja, drawing 2 cards, gets the Feather Ball, which allows him to get his new. He'll get Pidgeot, yep, Pidgeot EX here. Has no retreat, rare candy into the Pidgeot EX. Benches another Gordon and then uses his Pidgeot EX's ability, getting 1 card out of his deck, or here's the Cheryl. Plays Cheryl, healing all damage off his evolution Pokemon. Yeah, that have any. Actually, just healing all damage off all of his evolution Pokemon and discarding any energy on them. This is where it's really strong, this deck. Alright, he comes in with missed it there. In with the Gordon, which does 60 damage times the number of basic fighting energy attached to it, up to 4. So maxes out at 4 times 60, which is 240, but I think he only has 3 on it at the moment. Yeah. And those get discarded. Those energy, so very good card for this deck because you can easily charge that up again. So currently at 5 prizes for the Garchomp player and still on 6 for the Charizard. But he takes his first prize there. Back to the Garchomp player. Benches Manaphy, plays Irida, getting the Palpad. He's going to shuffle back in that Cheryl, I'm guessing, attaches for turn, shuffles the Cheryl back in, yes, very nice, and hits for knockout, 160 and accelerates 3 energy to his benched Pokemon. Taking here, he knocks out the Charizard EX, taking him down to 3 prizes, so it's 3 prizes versus 5 at the moment. The Charizard player bosses the Gordon, okay, and knocks it out with the Arceus. 1 prize, going down to 4 prizes. Back to the Garchomp player. Uses Pidgeot to get the boss. He's going to boss that Charizard EX, I think, on the bench. Yep. Which then goes for the knockout on. Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't get the knockout quite. Yes, so the Garchomp doesn't quite 2-shot Charizard EX. 330 is just a little bit too much HP. He charges, he just hits and then charges up the bench, putting 2 on the Pidgeot. Goes the Charizard player, plays the Chorus, rare candy into another Charizard EX. Goes for the retreat into the Arceus and Trinity Nova for 200 damage, but doesn't accelerate any energy. So here we go. The Garchomp player comes down, uses his Pidgeotto for another Cheryl, healing off all that damage. Oh, it feels bad. And he retreats into the benched Garchomp that had an energy, hits for 160. So it's the key here is it's actually a water type Pokemon, even though it uses fighting energy, so it's not hitting Arceus for weakness here. To the Charizard player. Draws for turn. Plays an Ultra Ball. I think he just failed it. Putting 2 fire energy back into the deck and plays Iona. So I think he hard retreats into the Charizard EX and hits for How much damage is that? 250, 270 damage. It's not quite 1k, one hit KO. Garchomp goes for the boss, the Garchomp player. Going to boss the other Charizard EX. And going to knock it out with the Gavite. Taking him down to one prize card remaining. The Charizard player is going to boss the Pidgeotto. Going for the Pidgeotto EX. Going for the one shot, knock it out. So the Charizard player is down to 2 prizes, whereas the Garchomp is on 1 player. Garchomp player is on 1. Goes for the escape rope from the Garchomp player. Okay, so yeah, he chose to put the Arceus into the active. Yes, so the Garchomp player only needs 1 more prize, so it's basically game at this point. And he hits for the knockout on the Arceus. There we go, that was a pretty good game. Yeah, the Garchomp EX very strong with that Cheryl, healing off a lot of damage, especially when Charizard EX struggles to take those 1-hit KOs early in the game. It's going to be a very strong new archetype when it comes out in the West in English. So yeah, it should be good. Anyway, thanks for tuning in for today's video. Let me know in the comments if you have any other videos you'd like me to cover. Yeah, I can do any of the Japanese content. Yeah, ciao ciao.